Hello everyone! Today we will visit sweet corn farms in several US states to see how millions of corn ears are harvested. In terms of yield and value, sweet corn is the second largest processed crop in the United States, trailing only tomatoes. In 2021, the total value of sweet corn harvested in the US was approximately $777 million. The first location we will visit in this video is a sweet corn farm in Florida. Currently, Florida is the largest producer of sweet corn in the US. In 2021, the sweet corn planting area here was about 37,300 acres, with a yield of approximately 327,000 tons. Sweet corn is typically planted in the spring, which is the ideal time for planting. The planting process can involve direct seeding or transplanting pre-grown seedlings. The spacing between rows is usually 75 to 90 centimeters, while the spacing between plants within a row is 20 to 30 centimeters to ensure adequate growing space. After sowing, farmers water the soil to maintain moisture, helping the seeds germinate. Germination usually takes 7 to 10 days. Once the sweet corn plants begin to grow, they are cared for through regular watering, fertilization, and pest control. Pruning is not a common step in sweet corn care, as it is for some other crops, but removing weak or diseased plants can help improve the overall health of the crop. The harvest season for sweet corn typically falls between mid-June and August. Sweet corn is usually harvested when the ears have reached optimal size and display their characteristic color. Farmers check for ripeness by gently pressing the ears. If they feel soft and emit a sweet aroma, it's a sign that the corn is ready. The harvesting process often involves using knives or shears to cut the ears from the stalks, ensuring the fruit is not damaged. Here, millions of sweet corn ears are hand-picked by workers from Mexico and Guatemala. Every October, thousands of workers flock to sweet corn farms to work, earning an average wage of about $17 per hour. After harvesting, the corn is transported to processing areas to begin the packaging and distribution process. Next, we will visit a sweet corn farm in Riverside County, California. According to 2021 statistics, the sweet corn planting area in California was approximately 23,500 acres, with a yield of about 169,000 tons, accounting for 16% of the total US sweet corn production. Due to the hot daytime weather, harvesting at this farm is done at night. Here, millions of sweet corn ears are packed directly in the field instead of being transported to packaging facilities. The third location we will visit in this video is a sweet corn farm spanning over 30 acres in Yakima Valley, Washington. Yakima Valley, located in central Washington, is one of the most important agricultural regions in the US, renowned for its diverse crops and agricultural products. Sweet corn is one of the staple crops here, favored not only for its sweet flavor, but also for its high nutritional value. Between 2010 and 2016, Washington consistently ranked as the state with the largest sweet corn planting area in the country, with about 93,000 acres. However, the sweet corn planting area in the state has significantly declined in recent years, and Florida has taken over as the largest producer. After harvesting, thousands of sweet corn ears are transported to these bins via a conveyor system, then sent to processing plants for packaging and distribution to the market. In the next part of the video, we will visit the vast fields of grain corn in Indiana and Ohio to see how farmers there cultivate and harvest millions of tons of corn. This modern agricultural machine is used to plant about 335,000 seeds per acre. Currently, there are approximately 316,000 corn farms in the US, 95% of which are family-owned.
He packed a bag and left. His location shows he's at some random house I've never been to, but I assume that's one of the churchgoers he's friends with. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do from here. Did I seriously just lose my husband? I don't understand how this could happen. What can I do now? I miss him already. Story 3. Long relationship and 7-year marriage in jeopardy on I am 41, am contemplating leaving my wife, F39. How do I save this or exit it in a way that doesn't destroy her? My wife, F39, and I, M4.
I made a plan that on Thursday I would have a friend come over as soon as Alex left the apartment to help me pack my things and leave. I was worried about any potential cameras he may have hidden, so I flipped the breaker and turned off the power in our apartment. About 3 hours into packing up, Alex came home. In the 6 months that we've lived together, he has never once come home for lunch, so there must have been a camera planted somewhere with an external power.
The giant harvesters move across the fields to do their job. In recent years, the United States has consistently been the world's largest corn producer, with an annual yield of approximately 350 million tons, accounting for 34% of global corn production. In 2020, the US exported 69 million tons of corn, generating around $9.2 billion in revenue. Currently, China is the largest buyer of US corn, accounting for 31% of total corn exports. After harvesting, millions of tons of corn are transported to storage facilities for drying and preservation. How do you feel about the corn cultivation and harvesting process shown in this video? Next, we will visit a tomato farm in the United States. Tomatoes are one of the most widely consumed fruits and vegetables worldwide, playing a crucial role in culinary and food industries. In the US, tomatoes are cultivated in multiple states, with California, Florida, and Ohio being the primary producing regions. However, California is the largest tomato producing state, accounting for about 90% of the country's processed tomato production. California's Mediterranean climate, with dry summers and wet winters, provides ideal conditions for tomato cultivation. Popular tomato varieties grown here include Roma, beefsteak, and cherry tomatoes. Planting usually begins between March and May. Farmers use high-quality seeds and often grow seedlings in greenhouses before transplanting them into fields. The soil in California's tomato farms is typically sandy loam, which drains well and is rich in nutrients. Before planting, the soil is plowed and enriched with organic fertilizers or composted manure. Tomatoes are grown on raised beds to improve drainage and reduce the risk of disease. Drip irrigation is widely used to provide sufficient water without waste. In California, tomatoes are harvested either manually or mechanically. For manual harvesting, workers use sharp knives or scissors to cut the stems, ensuring the fruits remain undamaged. In mechanical harvesting, specialized machines gently detach the tomatoes from the plants and transport them onto trucks. After harvesting, tomatoes are sent to processing plants for packaging and distribution. Next, we will visit a spinach farm in the United States. Spinach is a nutrient-rich leafy green vegetable packed with vitamins A, C, and K, as well as iron, calcium, and fiber. California is the largest spinach producing state in the US, contributing about 70% of the nation's total spinach production. Due to its mild climate and fertile soil, spinach can be grown year-round in regions such as the Salinas Valley, San Joaquin Valley, and Imperial Valley. Spinach seeds are directly sown in dense rows, averaging about 2.5 to 5 million seeds per acre. Row planting helps ensure even growth and facilitates crop management. Drip or sprinkler irrigation systems are used to maintain the necessary moisture levels. Weed management is one of the biggest challenges in spinach farming. Because spinach grows rapidly, farmers use crop rotation and mulching techniques to suppress weed growth. Additionally, spinach is vulnerable to pests such as caterpillars, aphids, and powdery mildew. Integrated pest management (IPM) methods, including biological controls, crop rotation, and chemical treatments when necessary, are employed to protect crops. Spinach is harvested when the leaves reach optimal size, typically 35 to 50 days after sowing. Harvesting can be done manually using sharp knives or scissors, with workers carefully placing the spinach into plastic bins for transportation. In large-scale farms, mechanical harvesters are used to cut, pre-wash, and transport the spinach directly into packaging systems. After harvesting, spinach must be processed quickly to maintain freshness and nutritional value. It is then sent to processing plants for packaging and distribution. Modern technology and advanced farming processes, the spinach industry in California is thriving, providing high-quality green vegetables to domestic and foreign markets. From planting, care, harvesting, to processing and distribution, each step is strictly controlled to ensure that the product reaches consumers with the best quality. Is spinach one of your favorite vegetables? If so, how do you usually prepare it? Share your thoughts in the comments section of our video. Next, we will visit an onion farm in the United States. Onions are one of the most important crops in California, where the ideal climate and fertile soil contribute to the production of high-quality onions. This state is one of the largest onion suppliers in the US, providing products for both domestic markets and export. Onions in California are grown in various varieties, including yellow onions, white onions, and red onions. There are two primary methods of planting onions: direct seeding or transplanting seedlings. Onions require stable moisture levels but cannot tolerate waterlogging. In California, drip irrigation and sprinkler systems are widely used to regulate the appropriate amount of water. The onion harvesting season in California typically falls between May and September. Signs that onions are ready for harvest include the leaves starting to turn yellow and dry out, or the bulbs reaching optimal size with a firm outer skin. During the harvesting process, farmers use tools to dig up the onions and remove the leaves. In large farms, onions are pulled from the soil mechanically, gathered, and transported to the processing area. After harvest, onions are arranged in rows in the field to dry for 7 to 14 days. Once dried, they are taken to a facility where they are sorted based on size, color, and quality. Damaged or substandard onions are discarded. Finally, the selected onions are sent to processing plants and distributed to the market. Onions can be stored in cold storage at 0 to 5 degrees Celsius with controlled humidity to maintain freshness longer. After being packaged, onions will be transported to markets, supermarkets, and processing plants to supply to consumers. Onions are an important crop in California, playing a large role in the state's agricultural industry. From seed selection, planting, care, harvesting to storage, each step in the process requires meticulousness and the application of advanced techniques to ensure high yield and good quality. With favorable climate conditions and modern technology, the onion industry in California continues to grow and contribute greatly to the food supply of the United States as well as the world. Do you frequently use onions in your daily meals? If so, what is your favorite dish that includes onions? Share your thoughts in the comments section of this video.